to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. We had a good run, don't say we didn't. I was your first love, and you were my first one. Cheers to all the memories, the venom and the remedies, yeah. Promise I won't forget, yeah. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here tonight before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than just us. We gave it up, we had it's time to say bye, baby, bye. I'll be, you'll be, yeah, we'll be fine. So let's call it a night, and that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here right now before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does.
Hey, hello, I'm JulieJo. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am so glad that you're here. If you're not new here, welcome back. That was really good. Go me. Go me. Also, I'm moving, so if something's missing from behind me, it's because it's in a box. Should the rest of it be in a box? Yeah. But I got shit to do on here, so. Hi. Eating sour. What up? What up, Goopy? Friendly reminder, like the stream. Please like the stream. Thank you. First time ever catching a live, Kendra. Welcome. Everyone ready to be motivated to be the girl boss of our dreams? Yeah. Yes. This song is such a bop. Thank you. Thank you, Lady Lazuli System. Hope I said that right. You know what I really want? I want a Korean corn dog tonight. First time ever catching a live. Oh, I already read that. So, someone was awesome. Awesome. I mean, many of you are. Not all of you, but many of you. Someone sent me a link to all these trainings, and I love it so much. And so I thought we could react to one. I have reacted to this person before. JJ, that sounds delicious, right? Polychrome, hi. Tanya Elizabeth, good luck with the move. Thank you so much. Member for 17 months. Thank you, Tanya. That is so nice. I hope it goes well. I did end up getting movers, but only for a couple of hours and only for my furniture. Not that it matters whether it was a couple hours or a couple days, but I just don't have money to pay for more than that. So here we are. I'm mediocre at best. Me too, Blocks and Dale, don't worry. I 100% heard corn porn. Ah, dogs. YouTube's gonna punch me in the face for that, I think. OMG. Well, JulieJo, you can't say that. Good. Movers are very, yes, they are. Movers are very helpful. Did y'all know it snowed yesterday? And it is now in the 40s, which is high, from Minnesota. That's a high temp, 39. But it was 41 earlier. Tomorrow it's supposed to snow again. Oh, that's great. Lovely. Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm moving tomorrow, so that works out perfectly. And I'm moving to Minneapolis. I'm very happy about it. Okay. We have a long video. It's about an hour. And y'all know how I feel about being on here for more than 2 hours. Do we all know how I feel? I don't wanna, but I will. Nina, hi JJ. Hello from UK. Can't believe I caught your live. Not sure how long I can stay awake though. It's 11:30 p.m. here. Oh, well, thank you so much, Nina. I understand. You can always catch the replay. Oh, I got a new tattoo. Okay, feast your eyes on this baby. Okay, ready? I'm gonna twist. Watch. Look. It goes up my hand, and that is the best part of it. So good. So good. Anyway, does LOL Julie Anderson does 5-hour lives, JJ? Me, my ADHD and I could never, ever, ever. Also, my dogs would be pissed. I could never. I'm just not as good as her. Plain and simple. I just could never. Love the tattoo. Thank you. Y'all are so nice. Yes, and I found a new tattoo artist that I love. So, yo, the tat looks clean though. Their line work was insane. Like, oh my God. Just, they straight up freehand drew it, by the way. They freehanded this, drawing it, and then obviously freehanded the tattoo. But yeah, my first time joining the live. Thank you, Dana. Julie Anderson's is Canadian. We're unhinged up here. I love my Canadian friends. Charlene! OMG, hi. I miss y'all so much. I've been working like crazy on the Josh Whale campaign and election, and tomorrow's election day. Oh, that's so exciting. If you don't know who that is, Google it. Gotcha. That looks good. Thank y'all. We're about to make history in Florida. Yay! History in Florida. Yo, that's a really talented tattoo. Right. I need to take another picture. I'll put them on my Instagram and tag them so that if you're in St. Paul, they're in St. Paul. If you're in St. Paul, Minnesota area or Minneapolis, if you're in Minnesota, you should drive down to them. Might get a tat someday. Some badass. What would be Goopy? 70s whimsical shore. I'm jelly, but I know we'll get there eventually. All right. I said we were going to start and then we didn't. Now's the time. Here we go. This is Isogenics.
Hello. Hi. Happy Monday, everybody. It's October 21st. This is Simone Eisenstein coming in from, I feel like a news reporter every time I say that. Yes, here in Miami, I'm really excited to be leading this week's sales training. But first, we're going to start with sharing where you're at with the Team Builder bonus. If you are reporting live from Miami, yes. If you are qualified for the Team Builders bonus, this is the last week of the month. So really important to know where you're at and how to close the gap. If you're already qualified, but you want to get to the 2x multiplier or the 1.5 multiplier, like we can talk about that. So first thing is share where you went out of your comfort zone in your business this past week. And then if you're qualified and how much you've earned so far.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't heard a thing this person said other than the word qualified. Hannah, hi! Van Gool. Flew up to Central Illinois for work and just got settled into my hotel room with supper. Stoked for this. Oh, perfect timing. I'm addicted to tattoos. Turns out I think I might be as well after this, Ryan. Hey, Jessica. Hi. That bob is cute, have to say. Yeah, I couldn't pull that off. Well, you know what? Actually, fuck that. We all could pull a bob off if we wanted. Depends on your taste. But that bob is cute. And it's okay to say that she's pretty. It's okay. I was not paying attention to her. The outfit is giving late 90s, early 2000s mean girl villain. I feel like it really fits the vibe for her. What do they show? Sorry, I lose track. Oh, very much health and wellness. We did Bob for all of 24. Ooh, love a Bob. I want a tattoo, but I remain terrified of needles. Well, polychrome, respectfully, probably not something you should get then. Unless you want to try to get over your fear of needles, then maybe. Let's see. Doing 2 times speed real quick to catch up and make sure I'm not missing stuff. Oh, Hannah. I'm a marketing specialist and I've gone down an MLM rabbit hole on YouTube. It's so interesting from a marketing perspective. Yeah. Dana, thanks for being here. Hannah's on point. This PM, be prepared. Oh, God. I am prepared. OMG, she's giving the mean girl from Terrible Movie Sugar and Spice. I haven't even seen that. I don't know if you know the vid of the dude with a bobbed wig and he was just swishing his head. I can see it. I just ate a bag of Nerds gummy clusters. I'm hungry. I gotta stop talking about food. Okay. I'm listening now.
Kyle, starting with you.
All right, Kyle.
Over to you.
Over to you, brother man.
Reporting from Scottsdale. No, I've been qualified for the TBB. I am at 132. I'm sorry. Where I got uncomfortable this week. I actually had a lot of business conversations and like vision casting, like person to person this week, and that's not something that I am typically like good at. People would come to me and just ask about product, and I was like, okay, well, you can't afford to make a purchase right now. Like, how can we kind of like make this a normal thing for you and like not have you worry about money? And like, if money were no object, where would like, how could you see your life?
Finley.
And a lot of them were cheer moms. And I was like, okay, perfect. Like, imagine not having to pay a cheer bill or not having to pay for your travel or anything like that. And they were like, oh, I didn't think about it like that. So I was like, oh my gosh, Stacey.
Okay.
But yeah, so, and then my TBB, I'm at 132, and I have 7 prospect calls this week. So I will be getting the 2 times. So
Okay. So yeah, where are you at then? Because there's a next cut for you. Like, where are you at? Are you at 2 enrollments, 3? Do you know exactly how many?
I'm at 3. I just need 2 more for the 2X.
This training is called, sorry that I did not say that. My mind is a little all over the place with moving tomorrow. This training is called Sales Training Overcoming Objections. We love a good overcoming objections over here, don't we? We love it. Let's try to overcome the objections.
Awesome. So that's like one goal to look at is, okay, if I'm going to strive for 5, right? Go for the 5, which is 2x multiplier. But another thing for you to look at, since we have another week, is where can I increase the 130? What I love about the team builder bonus is you can see your 1, 2, 3, 4 PET. And for me personally, I'm always like the lowest in my 1 and my 4, which means I get to make more managers, right? Because if you enroll someone who, enrolls 2 people, that's getting into your 4 PET, right? And so it's just where I get to look in. So how can you fill in the gaps in 1, 2, 3, 4, wherever that is for you? So another thing to kind of get excited about. Maybe you get to make more consultants or teach people to make more consultants. But yeah, 5 more enrollments, that'll double that to $260. So very exciting. And I love what you're sharing about talking to the cheer moms and not just going product sales, but actually casting a vision for what's possible in their lives, because that's exactly what we're doing today. After we share, is we're going to talk about handling objections. So that is the perfect tee up. Love it.
Okay, low-key love that we're actually like sitting in on a training, not just for the public. Like it seems like this is just for the team only. And so we're getting a little sneaky peeky right into it. Tip number 1, badger your customers into submission. Some of them aren't subs, Max. Thanks for being a member for 12 months.
Cara, do you want to go next?
I need to go to the
I'll
pit.
go line of.
Yeah.
I need to go to the pit for that one. I deserve the pit.
Okay. Where I got uncomfortable, I just got my LLC for my business. So that was something I've been working on the VA with, and she's going over my LinkedIn. She's like, you need an LLC. You're not saying you're an independent associate of Isogenics. We're getting that out of there. I am learning so much from this woman. I mean, I feel like I've been in the Isogenics space for 3 years now, where I think so much like that. And she's really broadening my like viewpoint of like how I can market myself, how I can bring in the pipeline differently. It's been eye-opening. So that was
Fluffy duck butt. It used to be Fuffy duck butt, right? Not Fluffy. Or has it always been Fluffy duck butt? How many times can I say fluffy duck butt?
Exciting to get done this week. And I am at 3 enrollments, so I've qualified for the TBB, and I'm about 500 in the TBB. So I have a 4th enrollment coming in right after this. I have another 11-day. I'm going to work to do my 5 by Wednesday, and then going for 1,000. That's the goal.
Love it. I feel like there's an entire training you could do on what you and your VA are learning.
God,
And
what?
so I'd love to hear more about that on like,
I'm going to give it a month, and then I'm going to like totally talk about it because it's been incredible.
yeah, I love it. You're up leveling and taking the next step with your business. So funny because I've talked about that for years and been like, oh no, later. But really, it's like you get to create your business and become a professional now and be the CEO of your own life.
Legit.
It was fluffy duck butt. Hell yeah. See, I know. I typed it wrong and never noticed till recently. Oh, it was so iconic. But you know what? I'll take the fluffy duck butt too. I love that you didn't notice. But see, I took it as like it was on purpose. And I loved it.
I'm following what I preach.
I love it. Awesome. And I love that you're striving for $1,000 in the TBB. It's just
Not stop until I get there.
I love it.
Thank you.
Awesome. No.
I have like 25 lessons / ways to get out of my comfort zone. I was like,
If you've been on my channel for longer than 2 seconds, well, that's not true. If you've been on my channel longer than 2 months, you probably have seen this chickaroni, okay? I've covered her, I think, 3 times in the past 4 years. Doesn't sound like a lot, but I have covered her. And she is, what's the best way to describe her? What's the best way to describe her without getting canceled? Well, if you took, well, goddamn, I don't know. Let me think about it. Text me, JJ. I'll say it. No. I know you would, Hannah. I know. And that's why I love you. Well, I love you for many reasons, but that was one. With my entire booty hole. Wow. I didn't know buttholes talk. You know what they do, though? You know what? Let's not. Did y'all see me? I stopped myself.
just thinking about it. But so I preached to you guys last week. This is going to be so funny. I'm just gonna be really honest. I preached to you guys last week about subscription and like how to have that conversation with subscription orders. And there's one woman that did not order on subscription last week. And I don't think I had the conversation with her about it. Like I got lazy. And so the way that I'm getting out of my comfort zone now is like really creating systems in the business where everybody gets started the same. That's what I love about the ACE app is like, you can plug everything in there. And for so long, like I've been doing this full time now for 4 years, like, and I have been lazy. I've just been like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Like I just text them this or I get them this and like, I'm good. Like I know how to close somebody. Like I know how to handle objections. I know how to enroll somebody on the spot. And the woman like enrolled on the spot. She was super down. Like I sent her the cart and then I didn't think about it. And she canceled the subscription because I didn't explain it. And so for me, it's like getting out of my comfort zone of like not being lazy and not thinking like I'm so good. Like, oh, I'm so good. Everybody's going to sign up on subscription. Literally what I preached to you guys last week. And then I saw that her order didn't qualify me. That was my 3rd enrollment for the month. And she didn't qualify me for the 1.5x. I know. So it was like a kick to my stomach that I was like, okay, God, like the lesson here is to like,
it's so weird. Her phrasing, she didn't qualify me. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know. Also, the way that they're talking, I have thoughts, but I feel like the overcoming objection section is what's going to really do me in.
not be lazy and like just honestly, it's so monotonous. Like this business is boring. Like it is monotonous. We have the same conversation over and over with people. Teach them how to make a shake, teach them how to do their cleanse day, teach them about subscription, teach them about the cart, right? Teach them how to go associate, how to enroll their two. Like it's really boring. And I think as leaders, it's easy to like tell our team, like, I'll just be honest, like to tell you guys, like, make sure you enroll people on subscription, like blah, blah, blah. And that hasn't happened to me in a while. And then
Thanks, Echo Echo. Hey, Tish.
I was like, ooh, okay.
Did I see your membership chat? No. If I did, I swear I would have said something. Sam, member for 23 months. Oh, we're almost at 2 years. We're almost there. Thanks for helping me recover from my op last month, JJ. Oh, well, thank you for being here. And I'm happy I could I don't know, be a part of that. Thank you so much. Give Igor a hug for me, please. And you're almost at 2 years. That's wild.
So I have qualified for the TBB. Currently, I am at $634. If I had that 1.5x, you guys, this is how like dialed in I get with the TBB. You can actually calculate, like if I had that 1.5x, I would actually be making another $250. So that one mistake of not talking to that girl about subscription technically right now cost me $250. It didn't though, because I'll get the rest of my enrollments this week. By my follow-ups and all the
cost you $250. I guess like, I mean, to me, that's a weird phrasing. It cost her 250. I mean, I see where she's coming from, but I don't know. I mean, she didn't, whatever. You know what? Moving on.
The objection handling, everything Simone's going to talk about with that is going to be savage right now. But yeah, that was like just really funny. It's funny now. I was pissed when it happened.
It doesn't sound really like she's not having a hee hee ha ha time. It's giving upset. So it's not really like that funny.
And I was just pissed at myself because I was like, you didn't have the conversation with her. And the other two girls I enrolled, I did have the conversation with them and it wasn't an issue. So I got a little cocky. And I'm being honest with you guys about that. It's all good. Because I teach you guys the challenges that I've had and the challenges I'm still having. So
it's giving about to crash out. Samantha. Anyway, that's how I want to say your name. It is. It's giving. She likely did crash out over this. Also, enrolling only 3 people in 1 month as a top leader and yet making a ton of money. I mean, that gives me a red flag.
So that's where I'm at.
I'm laughing because I've been there. And this weekend I had something similar. Like literally I let this girl enroll on 50 BV because I was like, and then I thought about it later. I'm like, what? Like, are you kidding? Like, so I feel you. And sometimes it's the pain of.
You let this girl enroll on 50 PV? You let her enroll? What? So like you shouldn't have let her enroll with just spending 50 PV? So you should have tried to like talk her into more? I mean, sure, sales, but like you let her, weird phrasing.
Doing something like the lazy way, cutting a corner. And it's the pain of knowing that you missed out on the $250, that this is what had to happen in order for you to not do it again. And so I love that. Unfortunately, you had that kind of a reminder. But thank you for being vulnerable and sharing it with us, because me too, girl. Like we could get cocky and think we can do this all day long. And we're like, I got this. She won't cancel it. But I love that you made it happen, and that there's zero doubt that you're going to qualify and keep going. Like that's what it takes to be elite.
Max, thank you so much for the super chat. Max said, I love these training calls for just members. You really find out who these people truly are. She would normally never say that business is boring. Right. I feel like we're getting this inside scoop that they won't show to the public. So I totally agree. Also, thank you so much for that super chat. That is so nice. Thank you.
I love it. Sierra.
Hi, it's been a minute since I've been on these calls. It feels good to be back. Where I got uncomfortable this week, this probably seems super easy for other people, but for myself, like nurturing clients has not always been my strong suit. So I had a couple that did an 11-day last month. And so I told them, I was like, hey, since both of you enrolled, what I'm happy to do is give you a free trial of my app. And also to help you come out of it, I'm going to do your max.
Can someone explain? What in the Zoom background? What is that back? I don't. Is this like a thing? Do people? They all give me icky vibes just realizing how they talk about people behind their backs like they're not real people. It is ick. Why is her background the weather? Hijab cheese. I'm trying to figure out why this was the decision, like why this was her choice. Was it a decision? Is it an accident? What's with the weather? Y'all, I don't know shit about nothing. This is interesting. I can assure you it's not a thing. Okay, it's not a thing. Okay. I didn't know if I missed something.
Macro breakdown and show you like what your calorie maintenance is, how you lost the weight, and explain everything.
Also, does that weather look miserable to me? 99. I think the fuck not. That's Texas weather. I'm in Minnesota, bitches. I can't deal with that.
And so this week where I've gotten really uncomfortable is they both have been messaging me, asking me a lot of questions, but the great part is that they want to order more products. They're like, what products do you use on the daily? Because I've been consistent and showing up as a coach with them, whether they transitioned as a lifestyle client or not, I still gave them that love and attention. And so that just showed me like, okay, when you do go above and beyond, like it does come back to you tenfold, and it doesn't have to be, you know, the cool part was it did come back financially, both in the business, but also she sent me $100 randomly today just as a thank you for being so supportive.
Did you get a tattoo? It looks awesome. Yes, fluffy duck butt. I did. Okay, I'm going to show y'all again. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Are you ready? Hold on. Oh, you know what? I need to big picture this. I'm very happy about it. Ready? Okay. That is a Cosmo, by the way, Cosmo flower. Any hootie hoo. Let's keep going.
And hearing her, because she felt that her health goals were always not attended to by other trainers. And so that was incredible. That was
Oh, okay. She was sent $100. What, through Venmo? They have a tax on tips, right? Not that I think they should. You heard it here first, kids. Tip your local MLM hun.
completely unexpected. So that just taught me a lot about nurturing clientele and when I show up in that space, just how I make people feel. Yes, the financial gain was amazing, but having that feedback was incredible
Thanks,
for me.
Sam.
So
Thank y'all.
that just shows me what I get to show up in more of. Being completely transparent, I'm not qualified, but I also haven't been paying attention to my enrollments as my business and my family the last few weeks were my number one priority. So my goal for this week is to get 2 enrollments personally and to just show up and keep being consistent in my Isogenics business alongside my other businesses as well.
I love it. Thank you for sharing. I feel like we all have a theme here of like knowing what we need to be doing and like, but selling ourselves short a little bit. And so
She just explained that she had to take care of her family and they were number one, and that her focus is this week. So it's not like knowing what we need to be doing and like not doing that or falling short or whatever she said. It's my priority was this, and now this week this is my priority. No, it's not like, oh God, that narrative is sickening, super gross. Like obviously she knew that what her priority was and she said it, and now this week this is her priority. Very simple. She didn't fall short. She didn't like know what she was needed to be doing. No, what she needed to be doing was whatever what it was with her family. Weird vibes. Thank you so much, Hijab Cheese. Thank y'all so much. Tulips, flowers. Thank you. Okay, here we go.
thank you for being honest and for being here and being vulnerable and just being open about where you are and committing to where you get to go. And yeah, like Naf says, there's still an entire week for you to qualify. And what I love most about what you shared is that when you give and you go above and beyond and you really truly care from a place of like, even if it's not worth it financially, but it's just to give so that they have an incredible experience, you end up getting so much in return. And I love that reminder. I have the same thing where sometimes I enroll people and like forget about them. I'm like, I move on. I'm like, like it was so much work to get them in the door. I'm like, I don't want to check on them again or whatever. And that's so, thank you for being honest. I totally feel you. And I'm excited to then really segue into the next part of our call.
Hi, Seth.
Because you guys are incredible salespeople, every single one of you. This isn't brand new. And so what I would love to hear, because of course I'm going to talk about objection handling specifically with time, money, and let me talk to my husband or let me talk to my spouse, because those are my most common ones that I get.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Diaper division losers. It's time to assemble because we're doing overcoming objections.
But I'd love to hear from you guys first. What are your most common objections that you're hearing?
I'll go. I would share, since I'm doing more of the business approach right now, my objection is I don't have time to take on another business, and they don't listen to me when I tell them that it doesn't have to be so. So that's a huge one that I get.
Mm-hmm. Love it. What else?
One that, especially with the 11 days, people are like, it's not the right time in my life right now. So
Sorry, my
it's
dad's leaving town right now, getting on a plane. Give me 2 seconds.
okay. Yeah.
Love
But that's what I would say. I'll just share this because she heard the part. But like, they're like,
going.
oh, it's not the right time. Like, I'm going on a trip or I'm going away or whatever. Like, I can't do it right now. So like the timing for that person is an objection that I get.
And that's for the business or the products or both?
Both. Like kind of
Okay.
like what Cara said, it's not that I don't have enough time. It's just that the timing isn't right for them to either do the business or to like do an 11-day and like be part of our group.
Got it.
Mhm.
Got it. So lack of urgency.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to add?
Mine has been
So a lack of urgency. Hold on. Why does everybody have news on in the background? What's going on? Is he making fun of the other girl? Because that'd be funny as hell. Anyway, I can't deal with this right now. I feel like I'm being trolled right now. Lack of urgency. So the lady was like, "Oh, so they have a lack of urgency." No, dog. They just don't want to join your team. They don't want to, and they're just trying to be like nice about it, right? They don't want to say, "Well, because I just don't want to join." They want to have an excuse so that you don't think they're like rude or something. But it's also not rude to just be like, "No, I don't want to." OMG, what is this background? Okay, Lawrence, I'm pretty sure that it's a thing. I'm pretty sure it's a thing. The most interesting MLM training ever. I don't understand the weather thing.
like, we want to just stay with like what we already have in here, and we have to stay with the medical side of things. And or like with my chiropractor, she's like, we only want to use this specific brand because it's medically backed. And I was like, well, okay, but so are we.
No, hold on. One more again. Okay, here we go.
Has been like, we want to just stay with like what we already have in here, and we have to stay with the medical side of things. And or like with my chiropractor, she's like, we only want to use this specific brand because it's medically backed. And I was like, well, okay, but so are we.
No, you're not. No, you're not. They're medically backed. So are we. No, you're not. You're not medically backed. Also, why do you keep using these air quotes? You're not, in his words, medically backed. Whatever that means. I mean, I know what it means, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you're not. Okay? That is so weird and wrong of you to say. And that is, I mean, just deception. What does that even mean? Hi. Aradil, hello. Medically backed, just like pretty much saying like supported by the medical field essentially. It's like, no, you're not. You're literally not. No, there is not a single product out there that is of like a vitamin, a mineral, whatever, that is backed by the medical field, like the FDA. You know what I mean? Only way they're medically backed is if someone strapped a first aid kit to your back. Hey, howdy, Mexicans. Imagine a chiropractor knowing you are full of shit. Water is medically backed, but won't cure cancer. Yeah, well, water's more medically backed than this is.
Yeah,
Or
right?
scientifically backed, I guess.
Scientific. There we go. Scientifically backed. I mean, no. Like, no. Also, those are two completely different things.
So I think a lot of the like chiros and like those kinds of offices are just very turned off to quote unquote network marketing with it. So I'm just trying to like figuring out how to handle those objections.
There's a reason. There's a reason. Hey,
Mhm.
Randy.
Yeah,
Okay.
mine's in the fitness space where they don't want to commit to, like, they just brand hop. They brand hop to what's easiest. So there's a lack of trust even in themselves because they don't even vet their brands, but they're like, no, I don't want to do all that.
How do you know they don't vet their brand? She's like, no, these people just don't have trust in themselves or whatever, insulting them essentially. And it's like they just brand hop. They don't blah blah blah. You don't know that. I mean, maybe some people brand hop, but you don't know if they look into them or not. Okay, unless they say, no, I do not look into these brands before I try them and use them. Weird behavior. They're just trying to make these other people look like them saying no is because they are ignorant, essentially.
And I already have these products that I like, and I'm good just staying where I'm at. And I'm like, I know the commission you can make.
Got it. So you're talking about the financial opportunity to people in the fitness industry, and they're not loyal to any brands yet.
Yeah, that. And then also they just like, I do try to explain the financial opportunity, even in a way, like just with what is it? The new brand partner thing, where even if they just want to send out codes and they're just like, no, I'm already with this brand. But then I know in about 2.5, 3 months, they're going to like hop to someone else.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Well, perfect, because I think like what I'm going to share with you guys probably isn't like brand new information, but sometimes when it's told in a different way, or if you when you hear it again, hopefully today it lands in a way where you guys are like, oh my gosh, yes, and then you can take this or you can teach it, and so it can make a difference for you guys going forward. But really, people talk a lot about like it's a numbers game. I've heard this a lot in sales, in with Isogenics, with other companies. It's about like, oh, it's a numbers game if you talk to enough people, but it's also a conversion game. So if you are not converting the people you're talking to, and it's already takes a lot to build a network and to have people to talk to. So if you're not getting people to say yes, and you're not learning how to like master creating solutions and handling objections, then you get to make a shift. And so it typically comes down to three things, which is similar to what you guys were sharing. So no matter what they're objecting, it's typically one of the following: money, time, or spouse. And spouse can also be like, oh, I'm with another company. So it's similar to what you're saying with the chiropractor. We're already aligned with over here. And so what you want to do anytime you are in a sales conversation and you're talking to somebody about the opportunity or the product, literally fill in any blank. You want to isolate the objection. So if somebody is giving you a money objection, you want to use lines similar to this. So what I'm hearing is that it's too expensive, you don't have the money, or it's just out of your price range, whatever. Then I isolate it and I say, great. So if it was free, would you be moving forward today? Would you be 100% in? Or let me make sure I'm understanding you. It's really also about a listening game. So let me repeat what I'm hearing you say. What I'm hearing you say is that if I'm understanding you correct, right? If it was free, you would be 100% in. Is that correct? And then they either say, yes, that's correct. And then you know it's literally just about the money, which isn't really money, it's about value. Or if it's
But also it is really about the money, which really isn't about the money, it's about value. I mean, I get your point, but it is actually about money for a lot of people. They don't want to just spend money on this when they have budgets and things to follow.
a no, but there's something else, then you can get to the bottom of what it is. And the only way to handle the money objection, which is really a value objection,
Oh, it's not.
because let's be really clear, you guys. It's a low ticket. We're in low ticket sales. So when it's a money objection, that means that we have not provided the value of what it is. And so the pain point hasn't been big enough. And so it's
Right. Can we address the actual objection the other person was bringing up, though? Right. I feel like she takes the objection, kind of manipulates it to something where she can actually explain like a way to have someone not object to it or a way to combat that. But that's not originally what the person said.
what you really get to do is either one, bring it back to the pain point of what does this person want? If it's a product conversation and it's like, say it's a cheer mom who really wants to lose 15 pounds and they're feeling overweight and they're not feeling good in their skin. Well, how long has it been affecting them? What areas of their life have been affected? How badly do they want, like scale of 1 to 10, 10 being committed, let's go like yesterday, I want to do this right now. I don't even care how much it costs. And 1 being like, I'm never going to talk to Kyle again. Where are you at? I ask this all the time. Naf taught me this. And then when they rate themselves, they'll tell you where they're at on a level of how badly they want to lose the 15 pounds. And if they say 7, I tell them, this is the takeaway. This is really important in handling an objection. You take away and say, well, I only work with people that are an 8 and above. So what's it going to take for you to get to 7 to 8? Well, it's just really expensive. And I just, I just don't have the money right now. It's just a little out of my budget. I was maybe planning on 100. And so I'll say, oh, okay. So if it was $100 today and not $300 today, meaning there's $200 that's stopping you from losing that 15 pounds and never gaining it back ever again so that you can feel good in your skin, you can feel sexy on your date nights, you can have more energy to play with your kids, and you're repeating back exactly what they said they want, then that's the gap. And then you throw it back to them.
This is so good. Do y'all see this manipulation tactic that they're doing? Manipulating people about their own bodies is disgusting. Yeah, it is. Do you see what she's doing? She's taking what they said, manipulating it into something that she can try and convince them with, and then throwing it back at them saying, so this is what you said, but it's not actually what they said. So they parrot it back to them. Yes, but with a twist. Ma'am, you can't guarantee that. Exactly. Health claims for $200. People can lose 15 pounds by walking outside. It's free, dear God. It's just, I think this is a great example of how they are taught to manipulate people into getting them to buy, into getting them to join. It's a spin, a gross spin. Right. And when you find out their insecurities like losing weight or not having enough money, what they'll do is they'll take that, and what I've watched, as we just watched, manipulate it into making them think this is going to solve all of that, when obviously it's not.
So what I'm hearing you say is that $250 a month is not worth it for you to have the 15 pounds lost. And so really it comes down to 2 things. You get to isolate even further with the objection.
Big O.
So if it was free, would you get started? Yeah, 100%. Great. So we just get to handle the money.
But it's not free. If it's free, would you get started? Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's free, I'll effing try it. Did y'all hear me just filter myself? I'll fucking try it. I mean, obviously I wouldn't, because it's an MLM and I don't support multi-level marketing companies. But the idea of, oh, if it's free and you're saying it does all these, sure, why the fuck not? Isolate, bestie, that's a cult tactic. Maybe the person doesn't have $200. Simple as that. It is as simple as that. They don't understand the word no. They don't get it. And honestly, I don't think they care to. Okay, so what you're saying is pay me $250 a month and I'll give you an ED in a box. A lot of times it does turn out that way, I'm afraid. Okay, let's keep going.
And if it's really no, it's if it's no, it's not about the money. It's really comes down to a couple things. And they're either going to tell you or you'll have to read between the lines. But the reading between the lines usually is they don't believe it's going to work. So they're really skeptical and they're like, I don't know if it's worth it, or they don't want it bad enough. And so for me, when I started using the products 4 years ago, I really did not believe it was going to work, but I wanted it really bad. I wanted to lose weight really bad. I wanted a solution really, really badly. But the reason I was objecting with money, because I had a money objection when Nautica enrolled me, and the reason was because I didn't believe that it was going to work. And so what supported in that conversation was, of course, third-party validation. She brought in somebody else to handle my objection, which is always available for every single one of you. When I'm in a conversation, especially with a chiropractor, a doctor, a medical professional, a fitness professional, or somebody where I'm really close to them and I've been building a relationship with them, I know sometimes I cannot get through to them. There's no way I'm going to influence this person because we're too close. And so I say, I actually have to introduce you to somebody. They're an expert and they work with tons of chiropractors. I actually have a friend, she only works with fitness professionals. She's made a huge difference for them. And I'll edify either Chelsea or Nautica or Susan, whoever I'm setting them up on a call with, because then it's not me. I'm introducing you to somebody else and they're going to be able to handle that objection. And so there is an extra tool that we have, which is three-way calls, and that's really supportive.
And three-way calls, gang up on them, make them feel like they're being ganged up on, essentially. Some people just don't have the money. It really is as simple as that, but they choose to be ignorant. It's their choice. This call is gold. It's an excellent way of showing how bad it is.
Then you get to find out in that conversation, is this person open to solving this objection? Or if they're not open to getting on a call with an expert who's going to solve their problem, then they're really not open. It's either they're not open, it's not the right time. Okay. What's landing for you guys? What are you hearing? I'm seeing in the chat, but I'd love for you guys to repeat some stuff back. What's coming? What's landing? Is this brand new or good repeating stuff?
I love the reminder of repeating back what they say and really showing them that you're hearing them and really getting to the root cause of why they're actually objecting. That's huge.
Yeah, I love that. Isolating the objection. Love it. Since there's a small call, you guys feel free to come off mute and share and be a part of it.
I love the isolating the objection part too. I think realizing is it really that thing or is it something else? I even thought about myself. I was like, when someone tries to sell me something, I'll just throw out the money objection. I'm like, oh yeah, it's too much, for whatever it is, because I just don't really want to tell them the truth, which is probably I don't value it enough. I don't really want to do it, or I don't believe that it's going to work for me or whatever. So
there it is. That's right.
That's such a good reminder, because the money objection or the let me talk to my spouse or I don't have enough time, like you said, they're all the same thing. Those are very surface level, easy objections for somebody just to throw out because they don't really want to tell you the truth. And they don't want to really be vulnerable. They don't want to really be open. But something that I learned from Daniel G a couple years ago with this was
anybody know Daniel G?
We're their guide, we're their coach, we're their leader. Like what Sarah was saying, right? People come to her and she gives so much value. She goes above and beyond. In the objection handling phase, that's our opportunity to show the person that we're going to stand for them. That's our opportunity to show the person that we're going to coach them and that we're not going to buy their BS. So I know it can be uncomfortable.
Their BS. So what she's saying is you saying instead of saying, no, I don't want your shit, you saying, I don't think I have the time. That's bullshit to them. So we might as well just say, I don't want your shit. Iris, no, ma'am. I understand that it's upsetting, but no, we're not going to bark. Okay, thank you.
comfortable to have this conversation. Like what Simone said about what I'm hearing you say is like $250 a month isn't worth losing 15 pounds and being able to play with your kids. Like that hurts. Like that stings to repeat back to somebody.
Hold on. She would repeat that to somebody. Listen. That's what I'm hearing. Here. Iris, love, come here.
You say is like $250 a month isn't worth losing 15 pounds and being able to play with your kids. Like that hurts. Like that stings to repeat back to somebody.
Maybe like don't fucking do that. Iris, come. Good girl. That's right. Hers come. Oh, baby. Emotional manipulation at its finest, Max. At its finest. That is gold. Gold. I am now and will always be business Costco's biggest fan. What on earth does losing 15 pounds have to do with being able to play with your kids? 15 pounds? That is not worth $250. Iris isn't here for the bullshit. She has things to say. You know what? Yeah, she does.
But guess what? You're showing them that you care, and you're showing them that this is the kind of coach that you're going to be. If we let them slide with the BS of whatever the surface level objection is, which is like the most common ones we get.
BS, surface level objection. But also, can't somebody say, like, yeah, okay, a lot of people do say, like, I don't have time, whatever. Can't somebody say that and mean it?
Then we're showing them that like we don't really care that much, and like having that awkward conversation where you push them a little bit.
Yeah,
and you could even like say to them like, this is going to be really uncomfortable for me to say right now, but what I'm showing up as your coach right now, because this is what you're going to get if you do say yes and you join me. This is the level of accountability. This is what I see possible for you. I'm not going to let you give me those little surface level objections. So this is what I'm hearing you say. And I think that allows somebody to trust you. It allows them to be like, whoa, this person really means business.
No, it's manipulative and also really fucking rude and insulting.
And we're not just gonna be like, okay, yeah, like just let me know when you have the money. It's like, no, like this is so much more than that. And also like we get to use it as practice. So if you use it for yourself to be like, I'm gonna get personal gain from this, like I'm gonna practice, like what's the worst that could happen? The person goes around telling people that you were salesy and that you push them too hard. Like we'd rather you go too far than not far enough. So it's really good. Simone, this is really good. It's really bringing me back to my sales days and like what we did to stand in the fire with someone. And the last thing I'll say is like the reminder that like our job starts when the objection happens.
Yes.
Like our job is not the reach out. It's not the follow up. Like literally when somebody gives you an objection, my biggest like reframe is instead of being like, dang, like they just told me they don't have the money. I'm like, boom, let's go. It's my time. Like, it's my time to work. Like, it's my time to like put in my coaching and show them how much I care and show them what I got. That
She's saying, in my opinion, it's my time to take the manipulation tactics I learned and put them into effect right here. Ridiculous.
That's so empowering. That gives me a completely different experience versus like being like, oh, like now I'm deflated because they told me that they have to talk to their husband. I'm like, nope. Like, yeah, Kyle, Wonder Woman. I'm like, nope, here we go. Like, here I get to put my skills to the test. Here I get to really help this person. And everybody besides Kyle has gone through next level or ALA or whatever. Kyle, I know you're going like next weekend. So we have a lot of training in this. But it's such a good reminder, especially when it comes to our business. Because sometimes when there's a financial gain, it's like kind of awkward because we're like, oh, we know we're going to gain financially. We're trying to do this for the TBB. Like we can kind of put our own personal like emphasis on it. But just reminding ourselves that we're doing it for them. And it just so happens that we get a benefit too. So just went on that little tangent. But
No, I love it. And the truth is I would share these products whether they paid me or not, because I'm obsessed with these products. So I remind.
No, oh God, Simone, get it together. Don't fuck around like that. Come on. I know you like to bullshit, but this is ridiculous. I'd share these products even if I wasn't getting paid. The fuck you would. Sure, Jan. That is just so unhinged.
People of that. I'm like, trust me, this is not about the $50 I'm going to get. This is about you. Like, I literally will tell people I get a $50 commission. I promise you that's not changing my life. The $50 is not going to change my life. But you know what will change is you never having to have this fear of like not fitting into your clothes ever again. And let's be honest, like when somebody wants something bad enough, like an iPhone that costs over $1,000, they figure out a way to get it. They put it on a payment plan, they get it, they get a case for it, they get a fancy new thing for it. Like we all have iPhones, and if we can figure out a way to get an iPhone because we want it that bad, then we can figure out a way to redirect $250 that we're already spending. So it's our job, exactly what you're saying, Naf. It's like, I feel like as soon as somebody tells me their objection, and not like, oh, I don't have the money, but underneath the money thing, I got the ball. You know, it's like, I got the ball. Great. Now I'm going to run with it and let's play. Hi, Teresa. All right. Second objection. If I see you come on camera. Oh, there you are. Hi. We're going over handling objections. If you're driving, then no worries. I want you to be safe. If you can come off and share, feel free.
Yeah, talking about the iPhone, I saw someone mention this, but that is a false equivalence fallacy. Like what Delcy said, yeah, but an iPhone and weight loss programs are different. Correct. iPhones can be bought on a payment plan through your provider. Right. I don't, let's see. Where was another one that I was reading? Where was it? Oh, I can't see it. A wicked job that pays me, babe. And we all said amen.
Otherwise, you can put it in the chat. But yeah, so second objection is
Yes, Mugzykins, iPhones actually do as advertised. Right. And like there's a lot of things to prove that.
talking to the spouse. Okay, raise your hand if you've gotten this. I'm really interested in doing this cleanse. This sounds really interesting, or I'm possibly going to do the business, but I need to talk to my husband first. This one used to annoy the crap out of me, and I actually heard Nafsika handle it. And I was like, dang, when I heard Nafsika handle it in her old sales job, I was like, oh, that works every time. And there's different ways that you can handle. You've never gotten it, Car. I love that. That's
I'm
amazing.
like, I've never gotten that.
I love that. That's great. Well, I've gotten this many, many times, and it used to annoy the heck out of me because I'm like, your spouse isn't here. What are you talking about? Like, it just feels like a cop out. And guess what it is? So when somebody says, I need to go talk to my spouse, what I say is this. Okay, so what if they say no? What if your husband says no? Then what are you going to do? And a lot of the times they say, well, I'm going to do it anyways. And then I say, great, then let's go. If they say, well,
as someone who's been in a marriage before, it's not a cop-out, it's respect. Yeah, right. It's about respecting your spouse. Do you have to talk to them? No, you don't have to talk to them about it. Do you want to talk to them? Because normally your spouse is like one of your best friends and someone that you go to for everything or most things, and someone that you like to and respect like to get and respect advice that is given. So you like to get advice from them. I mean, your spouse is more than just like, hey, can I spend this money? It's ridiculous. I mean, I get it. People use it as a cop out. Yes, yes, yes. Blame your spouse if you have to. You know what I mean? When it comes to this. But also, it's not just about the money aspect. A lot of times when it comes to businesses, starting a quote unquote business, in this instance, whatever, people will want to talk to their spouse because they will be affected by it, or talk to their family because they will be affected by it. It makes sense.
my husband might say no, or my husband will say yes, great. And then I close like there, right? Or there's like a couple different ways you can handle this. So you could say, if your husband or wife was on board, would you be doing this? Kyle, is your husband feeding you? No, but are they sleeping with you and do they want you to look amazing? Okay, you can be ballsy if you want. But really, so Another way to handle it is if your husband or wife were on board, would you do it? And then let them answer. And see, this can be uncomfortable, but this is where the conversation starts. Until you get to this point, you've done nothing. Like you've just started the conversation. The sales happens at the beginning of the whole point happens at the beginning of the objection.
Let's listen to that part again. Y'all are fired up, and I feel like I missed something.
Are they sleeping with you, and do they want?
Oh, here we go. This is it. Yeah, I did miss it. Sorry. My mind is elsewhere, and I'm trying to really focus. So forgive me.
Is your husband feeding you? No, but are they sleeping with you, and do they want you to look amazing? Okay.
Oh yeah. Whoop. There it is. Don't we love getting the inside scoop on this bullshit? You know what? Maybe I should clip that. Maybe I should clip the things I say I'm going to clip. One day I will.
If your husband or wife was on board, would you be doing this?
Ready? I'm going to clip it.
Kyle.
Oh, God.
Is your husband feeding you? No, but are they sleeping with you, and do they want you to look amazing? Okay. You can be ballsy if you want.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Can y'all how about don't say that to people? Okay. If you say that to someone, I'm throwing you in the pit and closing the door. Okay.
But really, so
You know what? In fact, Simone to the pit. Simone to the pit. Get in. You're going to be there for a while. By the way, Simone is the person talking, the MLM lady.
another way to handle it is if your husband or wife were on board, would you do it?
Mm-hmm.
And then let them answer. And see, this can be uncomfortable, but this is where the conversation starts. Until
Pit. Oh, it's the prove it pit. It's the PP. The prove it pit. That's a private thought. Right. Maybe don't tell people that.
you get to this point, you've done nothing. Like you've just started the conversation. The sales happens at the beginning of the whole point happens at the beginning of the objection. So if you get the spouse one, great. If your wife were on board, would you be doing it? No. Okay, so what do we need to figure out together so that they wouldn't be worried?
You're going to the PP.
So if your spouse says yes, then what? Then you'd be on board? Great. A lot of the times people say, my husband will be on board, but I'm actually concerned about spending the money. It's uncomfortable. This actually happened to me. I'm going to share a story about this woman named Miriam. She was somebody who came from Henry's network. She's amazing. And she's in his real estate world. But anyway, she found me so we had a phone call conversation. It was just before the holidays last year. And she was like, I really want to lose this baby weight. I'm almost done breastfeeding. She has 3 kids, I want to say. And she's like, but here's the thing. I need to talk to my husband before. And we were talking about the premium pack. And she's like, I need to talk to my husband. And I was like, absolutely not. Like, that's what I was thinking of my mom. Like, no, you're not. I was like, okay, great. So what do you think your husband's going to say? She's like, well, I think he'll be really supportive actually. And I was like, great. So then why don't you want to say yes? Like, it's not about your husband. What's your real fear here? Like, what is it? And she told me that she was concerned that she would do what she's done in the past, which was pay for stuff and not actually follow it through. And I said, got it. So it's not that you don't believe in the value. It's not that you don't believe in your husband. It's not the money. It's not the time. It's not any of that. It's that you're concerned that you won't take it seriously and you will waste money and time. Got it. And so I said,
Got it. I'm going to listen to that again because I don't got it.
husband, what's your real fear here? Like, what is it? And she told me that she was concerned that she would do what she's done in the past, which was pay for stuff and not actually follow it through. And I said, got it. So it's not that you don't believe in the value. It's not that you don't believe in your husband. It's not the money. It's not the time. It's not any of that. It's that you're concerned that you won't take it seriously and you will waste money and time. Got it. And so I said, well, what's going to be different? Because I don't want to sell anything to you if you're just going to buy and then it's going to sit and collect dust.
Are they not the rudest MFers ever? They are so rude. Well, I don't want to sell it to you if you're just not going to do it. First off, yeah, you do. Simone, you would never tell someone that. You do. You don't care if they do it or not. I mean, you want them to keep buying, so maybe it's like a little bit of a push, but it doesn't matter. You got the You got the money from it. You got the person signed up. You're closer to whatever bonus. And the insult they're giving to their prospects partners too, assuming they care about weight and are controlling rather than helpful. Listen. Oh my gosh. It's just so, it's not shocking. Okay. I've watched plenty of these. It's not shocking. But we don't normally get this good of examples of what people like myself talk about. When we talk about manipulation, when we talk about deception, we normally don't get these great of examples. We have to pull things apart often to show, like, hey, well, I just broke this down for you. Here's what's going on. Look at this manipulation, right? This, I don't got to break down a goddamn thing. I'm just sitting here with all of you going, holy shit, because they're just saying the quiet parts out loud.
I don't want to do that because I care more about your goals than my, like I said, $50 commission. I would rather you have something change. So what gets to change in you? And it became one of those coaching moments where I got to take a stand for her and say, great, so what is it going to take? Because I don't want that for you either. And I said how bad she wanted to lose weight. So I don't remember exactly how many pounds. It was 30 pounds. I was like, so what's it going to take for this to be different? Why is it going to be different now? What gets to change? Do you need accountability? Because I'm here. If you want me to check in every single day, like, you got it. If you want to do group workouts, like whatever it's going to take, like, I'm with you and I'm on my own journey too. So what's it going to take for you that's never going to happen again? Because it's also not just a question of if it's going to be Isogenics, if it's going to be right now, but there's another factor. It's, why would I pay you and not somebody else in Isogenics? Why would I work with you? And so when you challenge somebody in an objection, in the sales conversation, you are showing them you're the type of person, like Nafsika said, that's not going to buy their BS. They're not going to buy their excuses. And you are now creating authority and influence in that conversation. And so now people are going to trust you. But if you are a doormat in the conversation and you're just like, yeah, you're right, talk to your husband, or yeah, you know what, I wouldn't want it to be different either. Let's just get you on some greens every day. Like, you're selling them short. And so sure, you might get them to buy greens, but at the end of the day, they're not having a transformation. You help somebody have a sick transformation on the products, they will keep using the products. You help them have a transformation, make some money back by sharing with friends, they will be using the products for over 12 months statistically. So this also goes for creating consultants. If somebody, Ashley's a master at this. Ashley, I wish Ashley was here live on this call because I watched her do it in person. She's so good at this. It's the same conversation because you want to turn one sale into 3 sales always. And so at the end of the conversation, when you're saying, okay, great, now everybody gets started, or typically we is a great sales term to use. Typically we have everyone start with 2 people that they're close with for accountability. You get 90% better results if you have 2 friends that get started with you. So who do you know that for sure is going to want to do it with you? And then I wait and pause. Well, maybe my sister, my cousin. I'm like, great, what's their phone number? Why don't we, if we're on Zoom, I'll be like, why don't we call them right now and tell them that we're doing this cleanse together? And I've had somebody on a Zoom call and then
I can't. This is so, could you, okay. Imagine, Melissa J, hi. Imagine sitting there and you're just minding your fucking business. You're just doing your own damn thing, right? And you get a call. Ring, 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 ring. Excuse me, hold on. Ring, 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 ring. Hi, bitch. Hi. I'm doing this cleanse. What's that? What, a cleanse? What? Like a you're gonna shit a lot or what? But no, well, I mean that's what a cleanse is, right? Anyway, I'm just fucking around. This is so awkward. Listen, I'm on the phone, everybody. Shush, shush. I'm gonna do this cleanse and I would like you to join me. What's it about? Well, this pyramid scheme lady, she's on the other line. She's right here. Say hi. Hi. She asked me to join her MLM and to do this cleanse. I will be pooping a lot, so will you, but we're in it together. We're just gonna poop a lot. So make sure you wear a diaper and have a toilet by you. But what if I don't want to shit my pants? Well, that's, that might be an issue. No, it won't. You won't shit your pants. How do you know? Listen, I gotta stop. I could go on. I've lost it. Anyway, it's always about the shit. Oh, my tattoo's starting to itch. I'm not scratching it. I'm scratching above it. But anyway, I haven't been able to use that phone for a while, so I really wanted to get in there. Cleanse your bathroom, kitchen floors. We have arrived at the pee pee poo poo portion of the line. There's always some pee pee poo poo in there.
Like, put him on speaker. I'll help you talk to him, Or group text, but it's the same thing. If they're giving an objection about sharing with 2 friends, then you can isolate that objection. Great. Well, if you found a great restaurant or went to a great movie, wouldn't you share it with the people that you love? Awesome. Well, that's the same with Isogenics. You wouldn't want to go to a restaurant alone and go have a sick transformation before the holidays by yourself, would you? No, of course not. People love to say no, so give them an opportunity to say no and object to what you're saying. I asked someone that, and they stated their friends are already using something or have certain contracts for timing. Yeah, that it could be that that there's like some freak chance that they absolutely cannot use the products. But in most cases, they know 2 people. And so that's an opportunity for you to find out what's really underneath it. What is the real objection there?
Well, the real objection is I don't want to shit myself, if I'm being very honest. The second objection, first thing, don't want to shit my pants in public, okay? Second thing, don't want to support a multi-level marketing company. And bitch, I'm talking in that order. I don't want to shit myself, and I don't want to support an MLM, but I don't want to shit myself more, if I'm being really honest.
Because that's like the thing above, but the thing's not the thing. Yeah, go deeper. So you're telling me that you only know people that are on contracts. Yeah. And then I like to make jokes and make light of it too. Like, so you're telling me that you don't know 2 people who have skin or eat. And then they'll laugh.
I hate it so much. Listen to that.
2 people. And so that's an opportunity for you to find out what's really underneath it.
Here we go.
What is the real objection there?
Get ready.
Because that's like the thing above, but the thing's not the thing. Yeah, go deeper. So you're telling me that you only know people that are on contracts. Yeah. And then I like to make jokes and make light of it too. Like, so you're telling me that you don't know 2 people who have skin or eat.
I think I might clip that too. God damn. JJ is getting vulnerable. That's my middle name, Vulnerable. Actually, JulieJo Vulnerable. Actually, that's my last name. We'll make that my last name. That will be my last name. Go deeper, eh? I missed that joke. I could have said that, but I wasn't. No, I know. No one I know has skin. Sorry. And what's funny is she's not actually joking. Like, she maybe, but she also means it. She's like, so you're telling me you don't know anyone with skin and likes to eat? Did she say likes to eat? I don't even remember the last one. Maybe I'm just hungry and thinking about it. Do you know 2 people who breathe? Yeah, bring them in immediately. Right. My real objection is I want to tell you to go, oh, right. Yes. Melissa J, that is truth. That is true. It's giving everyone washes their hair. Heater. Also, I'm so sorry. Someone asked earlier about Daniel G. He was in that Monet advertisement. He was the one who was looking for Ray, chewing that gum, like goddamn gum chewer. Anyway, yeah. So if you know someone who has skin, sign them up for my pyramid scheme, please.
And then they'll laugh and like it lightens it up, because using humor and energy is like, and compliments is a great way to break the ice and make people not feel like they're being sold, but instead feel like they're in an energetic exchange with you. Anybody want to come off mute, share anything, any story that you guys have? Yeah, Kyle.
So actually, going off of that same person, she lives in like DC Ranch up here, which is like a nicer neighborhood. And they, I guess every holiday have like a holiday vendor type situation, and members of the club can do anything, but they can make suggestions for people to come in. And she's like, I'm gonna talk to them about like suggesting you so you can come and be a vendor there. And I was like, oh, perfect. Then let's do it. So I was like, thank you so much. Like, how can we like turn this, like, yeah, like Nafska said, turn it into an opportunity for you as well. So it was
Yeah.
awesome. And like,
I
I'm
love that.
trying to have those conversations because I had a call with Cara the other day, and she, instead of just saying like, oh, well, who do you know? What spaces do you know of that I can possibly get into, or like where are you already going that I can have a conversation with those people? And that was like mind blowing to me because we were talking about events and things like that. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna just start leading with this. So thank you for that, Cara.
So good. Turning an objection into an opportunity. I love that. Yeah. And it's really like, if anybody is saying no and there's nowhere you can go with that one person, then who do they know? Who can they connect you with?
Yeah, where the fuck did the weather backgrounds go? That was more enjoyable than listening. Where's the breaking news? Goopy, I'm saying.
Like, who's their hairstylist? Are they obsessed with their hairstylist? Where do they go for Botox or facials or whatever? Who's their favorite gym? Do they go to a boutique gym that they think would be a great fit? Like, always asking for referrals and asking for people to connect you with people that would be a good fit is a great opportunity. And then that person, you can always come back later once you helped one of their friends get sick results or make money or whatever it is. You come back, and then it's just a matter of time until they join. I think that's what happened with you, Sierra, is that you were a no until Dana started popping off, and it was like, all right. Let me try this out. I think
I was
that's
just gonna share that. I mean, that's kind of what I've been doing in Charlotte. I'm like, oh, well, these people are enrolling and you introduced me to them. So do you want to make money or you want me to just keep taking them and making the commissions off of it? And I just literally say it like that. And they're like,
Oh yeah, Solar High Wind. This is not. This training is like every other objection training, but we just get a little sneaky peek. You know. I hate that I just made that face.
it's that easy? You're gonna do that? Like, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this work anyway. You might as well make money from it. And I'm gonna make the same amount. So that's definitely a way to.
that's how Michael Bocart built his multi-million dollar business.
That's where I started getting it from. Yep.
Yeah. You guys know this. He goes to gyms and he sets up a table at a gym. And meanwhile, he used to own multiple gyms. I think he only owns one now. But he used to, as a gym owner, imagine this, goes to other gyms, sets up a table and tells people about Isogenics. And once he says he has 3 to 5 people who are going to order, he'll go back to the gym owner and say, hey, either I can enroll these people and make the commission, or you can enroll them and make the commission. Which would you rather? It's like, well, they're going to say yes, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. And either way, it's a win-win. So either it's you earn the income and how great that they're being so generous to let you sell to their clients, or it's a win-win and you've now helped this person go manager. So it's creating a partnership. Love it. Okay, the last objection that we're going to cover is I need time to think about it.
Could you imagine someone going, I need some time to think about it, and then going, no, you don't. How is it? Don't think, everyone. Don't think. Stop thinking and just listen and do, you know? It's not a cult.
I need some time. Nafse, this is what you said you get the most, right? Or that recently. Yeah, let me think about it. You know, I'm going on a trip or I have this planned. I hear this a lot. And Kara, you mentioned this as well, that it's not the time right now. Like right now, it's just not the time. And so what this means to me is that there needs to be more risk or pain associated with them not taking action versus them buying and taking action. Because
one more again.
Like right now, it's just not the time. And so what this means to me is that there needs to be more risk or pain associated with them not taking action versus them buying and taking action. Because it doesn't take time to make a decision. And I say this on the phone. When somebody says to me, this is literally what I say. Well, let me think about it. I need to take some more time. And you cannot do this in DMs. So your only goal is to get people on the phone or in person with them. But this is what I say to that objection. It actually doesn't take time to make a decision. It takes information to make a decision. And I'm the
Okay. But it takes time to process shit. Listen, I am not the best at taking my time to do damn near anything. Well, I can be patient, but you know what I mean? Like, especially when it comes to my anxiety. I'm not the best at it. But in this kind of situation, even I would want to take time to think about it. Oh, actually, that's wrong because I didn't take time to think about it whenever I joined MLM. I just did it. And there's my fucking problem. And that's why they don't want you to take time. Did y'all see that 360 I did just then? It was pretty impressive. Yeah, they don't want you to think. They want to stop your thinking because they don't want you to see first off, they don't want you to look into it, right? Because then God forbid you find one of our anti-MLM videos, you know what I'm saying? Also pain, right, Abby? I don't know. Second, they don't want you to think of all the things that could go wrong because there are much more things that could go wrong than there are that could go right. And third, they don't want you to get information from anyone else but them. And that might be the biggest thing. They don't want you to get information about this from anyone else but them because, God forbid, someone think negatively.
only source of information you have to make that decision. So what are your main concerns? So instead of letting them off the hook, letting them get off the phone, and then you've lost the power, you've lost the sale because you're going to hope and pray that they look at the article or the video that you send. But really, they don't need to watch a video. They don't need an article. There's something they're not telling you. So it's your job in that moment to find out what it is that's stopping them. And it's typically money, time, or spouse.
So insidious, yeah.
And so I like to relate it down to, if you had the time to do it, would you? So if somebody's saying like, okay, it's not really that I need time to think about it. It's really that I'm not sure that I can incorporate it into my life right now. I have trips planned. I have this, I have that. Like, I'm worried that I won't have the time for this business, or I won't have the time for this product. I'm just worried that it's just not going to happen right now. And so I'm thinking I should do it next month. Then I say, okay, got it. What I'm hearing you say is that you think it'd be better to start later because you don't think that you have the time to do it now. So if you had the time to do it, then would you? Then they're going to say yes. And you say, great, then let's figure out a way to get you to the time, create the time to make it happen.
Hey, Ada.
And now you can come into a solution mode with how you can make it happen with them. Right. So if we start the cleanse on Monday, do you have 15, 20, 30 minutes where I can explain everything to you on a Sunday? Great. How much time are you spending meal prepping and figuring out what you're going to eat from a drive-through or this or that? Like, what are you currently doing right now? And then they'll tell me what they're currently doing. Maybe they are not planning at all. And so they have to go order something, or they have to drive somewhere or whatever. Or they're eating just leftovers because they're a busy mom and their kids, they're just doing what they can. Great. So if I could show you a way to actually add more time into your day by making a 30-second shake, so your body's getting what it needs and you're prioritizing you and still getting everything you have done, would that be valuable to you? Because what we don't want to do in the objection handling is to have to convince someone and to feel like the second you get an objection, if you're feeling like now you need to convince someone about how little time this takes and how busy people are so good at this, you've lost.
I don't like her. You know what, Cappy? I don't think you're the only one that feels that way.
The person, and you're getting into the wrong energy. And so I like to flip it back to what they want. So if it's,
I'm not gonna lie, my tattoo is itching to the point that it's hard to like pay attention.
A chiropractor or a medical professional telling you, well, I actually just don't have the time, then I say, great. So what I'm hearing you say is that you really, really want a passive income, because in order to make money right now, you have to drive to a client, you have to get in your car or get your driver, you have to go to the office. And right now, all of your time is being exchanged for money. So if I could show you a way to create extra time and buy.
Okay, I need y'all to listen to these messages I just got. Lotion that hoe up, JJ. Tap that tat, JJ. Lotion, JJ. Tap that tat, JJ. Ow. Lotion it up. Okay, I do have a ridiculous amount of Aquaphor on it.
Investing for a short period of time, short window of time into the pockets of your day. If I could show you a way to do that so that you could create a reoccurring income
Mad rabbit tattoo.
while you're already having conversations with your clients, not separate from what you're doing, but adding in seamlessly to what you're already doing, would that be valuable to you? And if you're already aligned with a company, well, what are they paying you? How much do you earn from that company? How much did you earn this week from that company? What's their pay structure? If I could show you a way to, like, let's assume that you absolutely love these products, you're obsessed with these products. Let's just assume that you love them. If I could show you a way to make more cash flow and cover your operations using this product line and this.
You know what's so interesting is like some of y'all are like really losing your minds from this, and it's so valid. Like you're so pissed, right? Like you're so and it's super valid, but this shit is just like, this is just one of so many. Like this is the shit that I was taught, and I know many of you were too, on a weekly basis in Arvon. Night, JJ, I'm shattered. Good night, Sam. The pay structure is when I'm on a site, I get money. Can you say the same? Right. JJ, I find ice good for itching. Fluffy duck bud. Thank you so much for that amazing super chat or super sticker. Oh my shit. It's a, oh my shit. What happened to me just then? It's a super sticker. Now I have to look at it, of course. Okay. What's your super sticker? I'm letting it load. Thanks for being you. Oh my God, that's so nice. Thank you so much for your super sticker, Fluffy duck butt. And that is a cute duck butt, I must say. Mad rabbit. Thank you. Thank you, Fluffy duck butt. Anyway, that is very generous. And I really, really appreciate all super stickers, super chats, members, all of that. That is so kind. The personal questions are wild. Yeah. I think that these are great examples, not just MLM, but like what it looks like to be in this kind of commercial cult. I mean, they literally said they want you to stop thinking. Like they want to stop you from taking time to think about it, which is wild.
Business, and by partnering with me, would you be open to that conversation? That's more likely of getting a yes than, and it could be that it's still a no. It totally could be. It could be that there you've created an opening for them to be curious, because chiropractors are the most entrepreneurial people when it comes to the medical profession.
Yeah, Hannah,
they want to make more money, but they want to feel safe with a company. So I like to take off the product objection and isolate that and say,
lobotomy course. Live, laugh, lobotomy. Anyone else?
let's assume that you love the products. Is this something you'd be open to talking about? Another reason people say, let me think about it, or I need time, is because
Lizzie, member for 23 months. Triple L. Lizzie, member for 23 months, almost 2 years. That's amazing. Her overcoming objections method is to be rude as fuck. Doesn't it seem like that? I agree. She's super rude. Triple L. Live, laugh, lobotomy. Lobotomy, lobotomy. In this economy?
there's a lack of urgency. So they haven't been associated with the urgency. And so what I like to do is tell them that if they don't move forward today, we do this with the business, but you can do it with the products also. Like, I'm pretty sure, Sierra, this is with you and Dana, how it works, right? Well, we're creating something at the studio. There's something really massive being created, and positioning and timing matters in this industry. And I'm about to go to the business next door. I'm about to go talk to the chiropractor down the street. Like, I'm enrolling the.
Shout out to Whimsical Shore Creations. They said, after being a part of a few MLMs, I saw the light 3 years ago in January of this year. I started my own legitimate business selling my own crafts, and I couldn't be happier. That's amazing. We love that. And good for you getting out. My Aries ass is so ready to fight right now. I can, for some reason, I just can't imagine you in a fight. But you know what? Surprise me.
Gym next door. So it's either you get to benefit from all of those customers because of our team-based compensation plan, or
Hannah.
they get to benefit from everybody that you bring in later or
Thanks,
not. So
Catherine.
you can create urgency in the financial opportunity conversation, and same with the products. And what I do if somebody's saying, not right now, I've got to travel, I got to do this, but tell me about the next cleanse, I say, didn't you just tell me that you wanted to lose 15 pounds and the holidays are coming up and you're worried that you're going to gain weight and stay exactly where you are? So I get really awkward and I call them forth and I say, you just told me that you wanted this really bad. So what happens if you don't do it until
How about I guilt and shame them into buying my products? That's what I'm hearing.
the next cleanse or the next one? Then what's going to happen? Because what I don't want is that you call me in 2025 and you've gained another 5 pounds and you feel even worse about yourself. Because more than the weight, more than all of that is confidence and energy is what's more exciting. Well, that's what your kids get to see. That's what your husband gets to see. So I bring it back to what they want and then I create urgency. Well, there's actually a special happening right now. And there's a discount right now, which there always is. Isogenics always gives us a discount. There's always a promo. So utilize that and say, so totally respect, like if now is not the time, but if you said yes today, then you would be saving money. Would you be totally against getting started today if I showed you a way to incorporate it into your life and make it easier, have it add time? Yeah, so I make the discount. And even back in the day when there wasn't discounts all the time, I would tell people about the discount because instead of it getting retail, you can we always get a discount by using our links, right? Like I can't remember what that's called, but we have a link that we share using our association, our associate. Yeah, wholesale. Thank you. So they always get 25% off because of us. So I always say, when somebody gives me a money or a time objection, I say, absolutely. I want you to know that if you buy it later, you're actually going to be spending more money. And so it's totally cool if you want to do that. But what I would recommend, if you're open to it, what I would say is my highest recommendation so that you can start feeling better ASAP and you can take advantage of the savings is that we get you started now. What do you say we pick out some flavors, get started, and then, get to the fun stuff? You can get it within 2 days and you could be started by Thursday. What are you guys hearing and what's coming alive for you? What's new information or repeating that's landing?
Absolutely loving the urgency conversation. And that's all that I've been doing with people. I'm like, this promo is going away. So I just keep getting in their DMs, following up. I'm like, you will be spending so much more money if you wait. I'm not going to let that happen. You've told me what you've wanted. So let me know when you want to put this order in. Like, works.
Oh yeah. So wait, right now, Naf, 197. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you
And
brought
if
this up.
you do any of the other products that are discounted right now, I've gotten it to 170, which is insane.
Oh, that's great.
You do the ginger bia and the churro
Mhm.
plant-based bars, and I'll walk them through how to use that on a snack day. It's literally like 170, 175. It's wild.
Okay, but that's like a big old chunk of money.
Oh, I love that. So Monday starts our next 11 day, which means today, Tuesday, Wednesday, we can enroll into the 11-day using the promo, creating urgency, handling the objections like we talked about today. It's $197. So when somebody gives me a price objection, I usually bring out the wholesale or the retail pricing and I'll say, it's actually, then they say, oh, is there any way we can go lower than $250? I say, actually, typically it's $350. But today it's $250 for you. So it could be more.
Right, Lawrence.
And then they get excited about the $250. But if you lead with the $250 or the $197, then they're feeling like that's the max. But what if you flip it and say, actually, you're saving a lot of money right now. You're saving $100. That's typically what I do. I actually just sold one last week. I just got my friends.
But something to remember, it's like when you order HelloFresh for the free first box or whatever, or like the half price. You have to remember that it goes back up after. So they order this 175, great. It goes back up to like almost 300 after. So sure, great, awesome. Are you going to be able to afford the 300 after this first time?
Started and they paid $350, and for you today it's only $250. Or in this week's case, $197,
Oh my gosh.
which is insane. So,
Hi.
hi, Teresa.
Hi. I have to pop off. So I just wanted to just tell you, first of all, you look beautiful, Simone. You're like glowing today. You look absolutely beautiful. These calls are always great. Even if I'm only able to come on and see you guys live for a little bit, I can listen to the recordings. I just wanted to share that I did make the TBB this week.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. So that's exciting. I'm still
How much?
working on. I don't know. That's the thing. I need that. I have to figure out.
We're
But
getting there.
Well, you can check it on your phone.
I know. Well, my phone. See, like Cara and I talk about this all the time. I don't have a laptop, unfortunately. I have to get there.
You do it on your phone.
Okay. So when I navigate with the phone,
Simone, calm the hell down. She just wanted to celebrate that she hit it, and you're like, well, what's your numbers? Where are you at? You have a phone, but you have a phone. Okay, Simone, chill the hell out, dude.
sometimes it's like different from what
Hey, man.
I don't know. But I'm gonna do that later when I'm settled and make a promise of myself to do that.
No, post in our team chat when you look.
Yes, post it in the team chat. It's so important to know how much money you're going to make. It's so exciting.
Okay. No, but you're right. You're right. But the cool thing on one of my enrollments was that so I enrolled one of my buddies. We've been friends for like our entire lives. And he's like, I'm so fat. I need to lose weight. He lost 17 pounds, okay, in 11 days. And he wasn't.
What?
That's not good for you. I mean, of course, depending on like if you're like super morbidly obese, things like that, but still 17 pounds, that's still 17 pounds in 11 days. That's not healthy for you. I think that like healthy weight loss is like a pound and a half a week, by the way. It's not healthy. That's so bad. That is not healthy. Right. Tracy. Hey, Tracy. So this is a protein shake MLM LMAO. It can be so much more simple. Just pick up some protein powder and start chugging. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And a lot cheaper with just as good or better ingredients. You can find that in a lot of places.
Yeah, 17 pounds. So one of his girlfriends, she reached out. She's like, oh my gosh, John lost all this weight. So I enrolled her. So she got her products yesterday. She's so stoked to start. And I'm like, I need, like, hopefully this is a ripple effect, right? She'll lose weight. Then she'll talk to her friend. That's obviously how it works and how you make, obviously. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that. And I just, wanted to say hi to you guys and hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a blessed one. All right.
Thank you, Teresa.
Okay. Take care, guys.
Hi. So
Bye.
good to hear
Hi,
from you.
Teresa.
I love that. I love
Bye-bye.
that. 17 pounds in 11 days. Use these stories and share these online. We've got a couple extra minutes. So go follow up, call people. And something that I learned about following up, which I think is valuable to share with you guys, I learned this from Henry, is because sometimes I'm awkward with following up. I'm like, so remember how you told me that thing 2 weeks ago that you wanted? Like, that's so awkward. And so Henry taught me, he goes, following up is also catching up. And so what I've started doing, and it's worked way better, getting ghosted a lot less, is I'm following up by saying, hey, it's been a while, would love to reconnect with you. Is today or tomorrow morning better for me to connect and give you a call? And then I get on the phone with them, I'm calling them, we're connecting. It's like a 15-20 minute call, and I'm hearing about what's going on in their world. And then at the end of the conversation, I say, hey, I don't know if you're open to it, but it's still something that I think about. I think you'd just be incredible at Isogenics. I would love to have the opportunity to talk about that if you're open. If not, no worries. But that really has helped me with my follow-ups. And so we've got, love this, adding value, building relationship. Exactly. You know exactly how to do that.
I wanted to share one of the ways that I'll follow up as well when it's kind of like, ooh, I see anything on social media, I comment on what they're doing. And usually they'll answer it and be like, sorry, I didn't get back to you. And they'll answer it for me. But I will always use whatever I'm seeing on their social media just to show that I'm watching their life and that I'm checking in and that I'm congratulating them. It is the easiest way to follow up.
Yeah. Yeah, and we don't want the only thing that we're talking to people about, since this is a relationship, sales is about relationships. Like, you don't want the only thing you ever talk to them about to be Isogenics, so then they're going to start avoiding our messages.
Exactly.
Right, Ada.
Guilty, been there. And that, I don't want people to feel that way. I want people to feel loved and like I'm with them in their lives, whatever their seasons are. So that I have stuff like what Sierra had happening, somebody from years ago popping off and enrolling people. I'm like, there we go. That is evidence that you have like been building a relationship or building trust or just did a really good job back in the day with that person. So that's great. Well, thank you guys for coming on. Thank you for contributing. This
All right. How was that? What'd you think? Got a fake friendship so to entertain my bullshit opportunity? Absolutely, 100%. Faking friendships. MLM boss babes become really good at that. All right, well, an hour and 40, y'all. We fucking did it. We fucking did it. Okay. I gotta go pack because I'm moving tomorrow. Like I said, I y'all don't know, right? I haven't said it not once. Anyway, I need to shower after this. Gonna book a lobotomy appointment now. Live, laugh, lobotomy. You know what I'm saying? Lobotomy and quesadilla time. Oh shit, quesadilla sounds good. Hope the move goes well. Hope the move goes well. Thank you so much. Happy moving. Thank you. Good luck with packing. Thank you. Y'all are the best. I hope you have a wonderful evening. If you missed it, there's a replay. Also, I added the live chat into the replay, so you should be able to see the live chat during the replay. Which, good luck tomorrow, DJ. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are amazing. Thank you for supporting me. That's so kind. Which me saying all of that about the replay, it's the end of the video, so so if you got to here, by the way, there's a live chat in the replay. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye, everybody. See you later, haters.